So again, guys, we are back for our final round on our Swiss. Again, I am JJ-kun, and this with me is Daks. So again, we are going to commentate our game. Round 5 is going to be Kent Medallo versus John Patrick Palomares. And let us see their teams
Yeah, I'm really excited because this is the last match of
of
the
the
Swiss,
Swiss.
so this does
Yes.
mean results really do matter, and you see
Mm-hmm.
the top of the top facing off to get that placements to get who's
Right.
going to be facing off against who into a round of 4, and who will be actually meeting the cutoff in the first place. So it's very very close for so many of these players who are still here in the running.
Mm-hmm.
That's what pretty much the Swiss bracket is all about, that excitement, the quality of competition. And what kind of a match will we get from these two guys? We got a lot of archetypes so far. We got some tailwinds, we got some trick rooms, we got
Right.
some sweepers all around, and so many interesting dynamics and interactions. But we are gonna have Inteleon here on both sides, interesting enough. And look at that, it's gonna be the 3 starters for John Patrick. But on the blue hand side, we do have Kent. And what does he got, JJ?
All right, so he's got Inteleon, Whimsicott, Rotom Heat, Dracovish, Duradulon, and of course Corviknight.
And in the meantime, John Patrick having those 3 starters, it's a Toxtricity, a Cinderace, as well as that Inteleon. We got a Gardevoir. On also interesting enough, got a Gudra and a.
It's really interesting to see 3 starters in one team. Really, I mean, it's already interesting to see one starter. I mean, Inteleon is good, but like
Yeah, it's,
but to see 3 of them, it's really, really.
it's interesting. Actually, I would say Inteleon is the one that isn't used as more than the other
Hmm.
two. I've seen more of Cinderace as well as Rillaboom, especially with Cinderace's
Right.
utility with that court change. But apparently, he's not even gonna go for it in this situation. You do see the Gardevoir, the Gudra, and the Toxtricity, and this does look like a team that it really is just gonna be all about beating on down with the opponent. Because in terms of those abilities, getting those extra damage in a pitch here for John Patrick. We'll see how this one's gonna go.
Mhm.
For Kent, he does have that Duraludon, gonna be so useful, especially with that Steel Dragon
Hmm.
typing.
But you have to remember that Duradulon here is only for when there's a Trick Room on the enemy, on the opponent. But right now, as you can see, he also has the Whimsicott that could also pose as a problem and as a tailwind setter as always, and it's going to be Ken Badalio here versus John Patrick Palomares. Unless it was gonna happen right now, I don't think he's going to go for the Duradulon because this opponent doesn't have the Trick Room. Uh, Perhaps.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
perhaps, but
Perhaps.
again, it seems like it is gonna be Duraludon, my good friend, and it is gonna be a Whimsicott to.
Oh, correct me.
So this
Correct
has
me.
to be Kent going for that tailwind style with that Whimsicott, allow that Duraludon to get more damage done
Mhm.
against these 2 starters, because both of these guys have really strong stats in terms of damage, in terms of speed. So they're really gonna be going for that heavy hits. The Duraludon, of course, might be in a little danger against Cinderace, but luckily with the Dragon typing, not gonna be super effective against the
Right.
Steel type.
And there we go. Of course, Whimsicott here has a prankster ability and definitely going to have the tailwind set up. And of course, the Duradulon here has a stalwart, so it doesn't really matter if there's a. It won't matter for the switch or whatever he's gonna do with the abilities of his opponent. Right now, he's going to go. We have here John Patrick into the no, not Gigantamax, but the Dynamax.
Rillaboom.
Exactly.
See the big drum beating on, so probably Overgrowth's gonna be very effective. Grassy terrain, and potentially can get that Sunny Day on up as
Right.
well. Boosted boats, the grass to the fire type, but anyway, we are gonna get a Dynamax in response to Premier Balls. I feel are like the classiest one of them all. But anyway, we will have the big bad skyscraper that is the Duraludon playing into the field. Steel Spike's probably gonna be set up here.
And we have to remember here that, guys, we are playing the Battle Stadium rules Season 1, so Gigantamax Pokemon is not available to play. So what you're seeing right now is only the Dynamax form of a Duradulon and not not Gigantamax.
Into the Wormwood, apparently you're going to be using that Dragon type move against Cinderace.
Oh, wow!
No chance whatsoever.
Cinderace immediately one-hit KO off of that max move immediately. That's really interesting stuff. And I mean, just for him having all the stars into his team is really interesting. But now he's gonna go for the max attack. Oh, never mind. It's not gonna be enough to get in even half the damage. Let's see. Whimsicott, he hasn't set up. He has set up. Sorry, he has already set up.
Wormwood getting boosted,
Yeah.
lowering rather the attack, special defense still going on up there. For Rillaboom and Duraludon keeping it classy with that Assault Vest, staying very
Mhm.
tanky. Now the real question is, what is John Patrick going to be swapping into? He already went for that 2 starters, but looking at his team, it's not really all about Zep, it's all about getting those takedowns. This
Right.
is a very interesting approach that you would see more in the PV environment. But anyway, Gardevoir on to the forefront instead. It does get the fast trace, so it does notice the prankster, confirming that one. But still, not really too much synergy here. Kent looking to allow the sweep to happen thanks to the Duraludon.
Right, and now let's see Duraludon still in the Dynamax. Rillaboom. Rillaboom is also on the Dynamax form. Whimsicott and Gardevoir on the field right now. Gardevoir, what is Gardevoir going to do right now? He has, of course, the Wise Glasses, Focus Blast, Mortar Blast, Shadow Ball, and Psychic, but definitely he's going to go. Duraludon here is going in for that really sweet.
Yeah, so the Steel Spike, they go after the safeguard there, courtesy of the Whimsicott.
Oh, one hit
He's
KO
down
once
into the
again.
steal, and that is going to be the Gardevoir going down yet again. Another big hit. Kent really having his opponent's number. Defense is going on up. The problem for the Rillaboom, that nature going to be all about that attack Max Knuckle this time. Sure, we'll get the super effective hit yet again on the Duraludon, but it is going to be standing no matter what. No weather will hamper it. The Rillaboom going for more of that attack, but it's
Right.
really mitigated. Defense up, attack up, no big difference here.
And again, you have to remember that he still has 4 Pokemon. Ken here has 4 more Pokemon, but John Patrick's on the disadvantage right now on the deficit. He only has 2 Pokemon left, and both of which are both started Pokemon into Leon and Rillaboom right here, Duraludon and Whimsicott, and of course with the setup, I think he's only setting this up, using a setup, and of course with the Whimsicott going in for the Energy Ball, and that's gonna be it. And I think the last hit from Duraludon, another max move is going to end things up. A max Spearmint into that Rillaboom, and I think, oh no, never mind, it's not getting hit again.
Rillaboom has not been hit so far, but it should go down by this point. It's a 1v4 scenario. They will go for the max weight yet again, trying to get some hits onto the Duraludon. Really not working out. Sure, it's going to be quite low, 41 HP as soon as it comes out of that Dynamax. But it's one versus the world here. So
Right.
And when the numbers are so at your disadvantage and you're only a power type move, will you be able to stand the onslaught? Seems like it's not the case, right?
Well, in this case, yes.
Yeah.
But on some cases, it doesn't really matter if you're just left on just one more hit, one more Pokemon, because you can still make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? And again, we also have to remember that this game relies heavily on RNG, so it could miss as well. You know what I'm saying?
Miss that one, but it seems like the moon will not be missing a beat at any time soon. Rillaboom lower down on that special attack. Dragon Pulse now from the Duraludon. And by this point, Kent is just hitting the Rillaboom with all he's got.
Still survives.
HP though into the Drain Punch.
This is what I'm telling you, my dude. This is what I'm telling you.
The biggest sacrifice of them all, the Rillaboom gets a kill on the Duraludon. Okay, we can go home. We finally got it.
And there's no more tailwind, but then again, we have to remember the Whimsicott here has the Prankster ability, making a non-damaging move. Everything non-damaging move would be a priority. But it still has the Corviknight here, and I think, like you said, it is gonna be it. We have here the Corviknight again. Just one Brave Bird against that Rillaboom would end things up. Would knock that Rillaboom up, and of course.
That Tailwind wants to go first yet again. Gets the speed boost one more time into the Brave Bird. And what a brave lineup here from John Patrick, but can't. Showing that synergy does stand. Gonna take that W. It was fun to see all the starters though. It was interesting to get that Gardevoir as well, but sometimes you just can't win through.
Right.
You can't win through the story mode, man. This is BGC.
Right.
It's so different.
I mean, there are times there are actually players who uses all of the evolutions.
Yeah.
At the same time, there are also players who uses starter Pokemon, but still, it doesn't make them any less of a player. You know what I'm saying? Just like we have here Jeremy, he stood up against with Ken, obviously a much more experienced player. Ken here has been playing a lot in our tournaments, but here's a new guy, of course, a new face in our community, making sure he gets the most out of his experience that he has right now, and of course train more and battle more for more experience to make a comeback for the next tournament.
Everyone has to start somewhere.
Right,
And then
exactly.
you, like, okay, you get a tournament. Okay, this doesn't work.
Exactly.
Then it's time to change things up. So it really is a process, especially in Pokemon. You try things out on like Showdown.
Right.
You try to figure out what team works for you, what you're going
Right.
with, and what can be your ace. But that's Swiss bracket match.
Right.
We are gonna be waiting for the results of everything to get our top four. What a match!
Right, and now, of course, just like Dax said here, we are now going to move on in our top four single elimination. Let's see who's going to go home with that 5,000 pesos. Again, we're gonna be back. I am JJ-kun, and this with me is Sax. See you guys on the next round. Next round. Next round.
Exactly.